Hey, this is ASpengler, and this is episode 14 of Building the Outskirts of Saint Lô and Lego. Last week, worked on finishing up these last hedgerow areas right here in the front section, and then also worked on the outline of the buildings and then the craters from artillery. And last week we kind of ended off looking forward to getting some bricklink orders in. If you saw, I had a separate video posted on Friday that showed the 3 of the 5 bricklink orders that had come in this week. And so with the new parts that came in, I was kind of waiting to see what came in and then determine what I could do after the bricklink orders came in. So from what the parts I saw that I received, I'm gonna try to finish up the field and the far field right back there. I also have made up some trees that we can fill in, also this area right here, and then partly here, and then any extra trees will go in this last line right here. So we'll start off with that. I also got a bunch of all the bricks, our foundational mason bricks that I ordered, so I might replace these plain bricks with the mason ones. We also got a bunch of brown plates, so we probably can extend the artillery craters now instead of just having them these little holes that are really contained. The artillery craters, and being more realistic, would be all scattered and expand quite a bit more than what they are at the moment. So we'll probably do the city second, probably do the field first, and then there's other little things. I completely forgot to order the 2x2 round dark brown that I use for this area, and I forgot the cheese slopes, the dark green cheese slopes I've been putting on the dark green. I completely forgot to order those, so I'll probably just some on the area that already have those slopes are pretty dense, and some of these ones are more dense, so I'll probably just end up, instead of ordering more, just taking a few off these areas and spreading them over here, just because I don't really want to just make an order for just those pieces, and I think it'll be okay if I just take some from over here and move them over. And with that, I'll go ahead. Oh, also, before I forget, I did some more painting, so I'll just keep you updated on some of the painting that I've been doing. So I got 5 more U.S. infantry vests. 2 are the scout vest, 1 is the rifleman, and then 2 are the Thompson or SMG vests. We also have some German ones. The 3 are ones I've done before, just the rifleman vest. And then 2 new ones I haven't done yet are these just officer vests, or commander, whatever you want to call them. So we've got 2 of those. Those are new vests I haven't painted before. I thought they turned out pretty good. And then I'm currently working on some of the machine gunner vests for both US and German. And those will probably be done by the end of the segment, so I can show you guys those a little bit later. So with that, I'll go ahead, stop talking, and now we can go ahead and get working on the field. Okay guys, coming back after a bunch of work. As you saw in that time lapse, I started off with the far back grain field, which is the one that's kind of burning up. So worked on that over there. Afterwards I added a few flames and a little bit of some smoke clouds and stuff. I don't know if I'll leave those in, but just to kind of see how it looks. So you probably could see a little bit of it right there with the little flames and a few little smoke clouds. So that's what I started off doing, and then I mentioned I had some trees built, so I put the trees in over, mainly filling the gap here. All the trees on this long strip that you see, those are all new, and then a few others in a few other different places. So I added all those trees in, and when I added the trees, I also added in the grass underneath. So there's that. And like I mentioned earlier, I forgot to order more of these 2x2 round dark brown, and I also forgot to order more of the dark green cheese slopes. So what I ended up doing was just going to the other side of the build that had a bunch of them, and kind of just equally distributed them between the two sides. So that shouldn't be too much of a problem. The only thing is that I might need some more for like the rest of the road area that doesn't have the dark brown. So I'll probably start coming up with a smaller list, somewhat smaller list of another bricklink order I'll have to make. And then some other stuff that I did, it just keeps going on. While I was doing this area, I ended up working more on some of these craters. So you can see that one's got quite a bit of work on it. I did some more work on the back of this one in the center here. There's a little bit of work on that one, and then on the far side there's two of the craters that had a decent amount of work, so you can see those. And another thing I'll probably have to order is more plates. As you've seen in the bricklink orders recently, I ordered quite a few red or reddish brown plates, but they're already getting used up pretty fast. I probably could use more filler plates in there, but kind of when you're making a artillery crater, you're just kind of going with it, and a lot of the times you kind of just forget to use filler, or it kind of messes with it. So I don't know. Some part of the bad thing about building craters, I guess in my opinion, you use a lot of plates, and so that's something I'll probably have to get a few more of as well. And then another thing I did was I mentioned I would update, or the updated Pack 38. I might make a camouflage version. I ended up doing that as well. So there's the kind of camouflaged Pack 38 right there. And I also mentioned another new type of vest that I was painting, which is the machine gunner vest. So I have 3 for the Americans, 3 for the Germans, and yeah, I thought they turned out pretty good. So you can check those out. And here I represented just 3 different groups of the Germans, my 2 camouflage ones, and then the regular, and then the Americans just have the standard uniform. So that's another some more painting I'm doing. As far as painted vests, I'm pretty close. All my American vests are basically painted. I don't really need to make more for the Americans. The Germans, just a few guys still need them. I have all my dark gray uniform Germans with vests painted, so they're all good. I have half of my detailed painted uniform German figures. Half of them have vests, so it's about 10 more vests that I need to paint, and then I'll start doing some army videos to showcase those guys, and then some vehicles. The vehicle army has grown a little bit as well. And so yeah, that's all the work that I've been doing so far. Sorry I didn't check in earlier, but I kind of got into it and kept going with it, so there's been quite a bit of work going on. So the next thing is, what needs to get done is really extend a lot of these craters. Like a few of these already got extended, Another thing I forgot to mention is in the field I updated and detailed those craters a little bit more so you can see that. So that field is getting pretty close, or it's basically ready that I could start filling it in. I just have to assemble a few more grain pieces, and I think I might have underestimated a little bit how much grain pieces. I used quite a few of them over here. We might not have enough to do this whole thing because this is a pretty big section, but there's going to be quite a bit of burnt grain in there, but there's also going to be quite a bit of like actual grain. So we'll see how that goes. I might just start it out, get like half of it done, and then after that we'll see how much more I need to order for that. But yeah, so we'll save that for another segment. Right now I'll continue working on extending the artillery craters. I'll probably start one section and then move to the other ones. We'll see how far we can get, and while I'm doing that I might edit a little bit of the foundation as well. So we'll see how far we can get. I'll go ahead and stop talking and continue working. Okay guys, coming back for the last bit in this segment. I went through all three of these back sections, and I was able to extend the craters and replace the previous markers or foundational pieces that were plain with the detailed mason bricks. So I did that for all the structures. You might be able to see some of these structures were a little bit larger before. As I extended the crater holes, the foundations were shrunk down a little bit just to kind of show how it would be a little bit more destroyed. And so this is basically most of the way completed, or at least these the craters are. I ended up running pretty much out of all of my brown plates, so a few towards the end could use a few more parts. You might be able to notice I slowly started rationing parts for the craters a little bit more, so some of the ones back there do need a little bit more work done, and these probably the ones in the front also could use more. So that's gonna be something else I'll have to order some more of. But the foundational bricks, I have quite a few of those left, and the Bricklink order came in today that included the 1x1 bricks with the stud on the side. So that's what I was going to be using to make the brickwork. So next segment, that's probably what we'll be doing, working on the buildings themselves, and then mainly because we have the broken up structures mapped out pretty well. And so we'll probably start working on the buildings. I'm thinking they'll probably take a while, just with some trial and error. So we'll probably get at least one section done next segment and kind of see how that goes. So with that, that's going to be it for this segment. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you like what you saw, please like, comment, subscribe. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you guys in the next video.